If you're running a small business, you know the feeling. The stakes are always high. The margin for error feels non-existent, and some days it really is like you're navigating a storm. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into a guide for not just surviving that storm, but actually thriving in it.
Okay, let's kick things off with a number that really sets the stage. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, a staggering 65% of new businesses fail within their first 10 years. Now, that's a tough stat to look at for sure, but it's not meant to discourage you. It's here to ground us in the reality of the challenge we're talking about.
And man, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's really a testament to the grit, the flexibility, and just the sheer willpower it takes to unlock your doors every single morning.
This reality is what our source material calls the entrepreneur's gauntlet. And that's such a perfect description. It's not just one hurdle you have to clear, it's a constant, never-ending series of them. A true test of endurance in a world that is always changing. And just look at how relentless these challenges are. They literally come from every direction. One day it's some big global event that messes up your entire supply chain. The next, it's a new piece of tech that completely changes how your customers behave overnight. It feels like as soon as you get over one wall, there's another one waiting right behind it.
So the big question is, how do you run this gauntlet and not just survive, but actually come out stronger on the other side? Well, this is where we need to shift our thinking. This is where your grit, your perseverance, has to meet a real strategy. Let's start with perseverance, because it's the foundation of everything. You can think of it as your fuel. It's that raw grit, that continued effort that pulls you through the really tough moments. It is the absolute non-negotiable core of being an entrepreneur. But here's the crucial insight, the big takeaway. Just pushing harder isn't always the right answer. Raw perseverance on its own is not enough. All that incredible effort has to be pointed in the right direction. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels and burning yourself out. So you have these two incredible forces. On one side, you've got perseverance. That's the engine, right? It provides all the power. And on the other side, you've got strategy. That's your steering wheel. That's your map. It's the key that turns all that effort into actual forward momentum and resilience. One gives you the power, the other shows you the path.
I really like this quote because it makes strategy feel accessible. It's not some abstract idea for giant corporate boardrooms. No, it's a practical, essential tool for every single small business owner out there who's trying to make sense of the chaos.
Okay, so how do you actually put strategy to work for you? The next step is all about building what we'll call a resilient playbook, a practical framework you can use to really fortify your business against, well, pretty much anything. And this playbook is built on 4 main pillars. First, you have to truly understand the landscape you're operating in. Second, you need to build a business model that is flexible by design so you can adapt on the fly. Third, master your financials to get a handle on that unpredictable cash flow. And fourth, you've got to diversify your revenues so that one single hit doesn't take your whole business down. This is your path to real resilience. And this playbook forces you to ask some tough questions, like this one. How safe is your supply chain? I mean, the last few years have shown us that one ship stuck in a canal halfway around the world can bring a local business to a dead stop. This isn't just for huge importers anymore. It's for everyone. You have to ask, how many points of failure are there between you and your customer? And the goal here is building resilience. But I absolutely love this definition. It's not about bouncing back to where you were before you got hit. It's about bouncing forward. It's about taking what you learned from that setback and using it to move forward, to become even stronger than you were before. So, what does bouncing forward look like in the real world? Well, we all saw it happen. Businesses that couldn't have customers in their stores suddenly pivoted to remote sales, seemingly overnight. Others realized their value actually increased during a crisis and strategically raised their prices. And think of all the local restaurants and shops that teamed up with delivery services to create a whole new way of doing business. That is resilience in action. Look, at the end of the day, the challenges are never going away. The real goal here is to reframe how you see them. It's all about developing a strategic mindset that lets you turn all that chaos into real, actionable clarity.
This right here is the ultimate message. Every disruption, every setback, every unexpected hurdle, it isn't just a problem you have to solve. It's a data point. It's a chance to learn something new about your business, your market, your customers, and to come out the other side even stronger because of it.
And so we end with a really powerful shift in perspective. Instead of constantly asking yourself, what's the next challenge heading my way? This playbook encourages you to ask a different question. What is my next opportunity? Because when you combine your perseverance with a clear strategy, you're not just bracing for the next storm.
You're actively looking for the tailwind it might just bring.